Hi everyone, I'm going to talk about Liz Truss new chancellor quasi quartang mini budget. He published a budget yesterday, so I'm going to go through about his main points about income tax, national insurance, stamp duty, corporation tax, contractor and freelancer IR35, and benefit. I'll try to explain one by one. First one is income tax. From next year, April, basic rate taxpayer used to pay 20% tax, now is reduced to 19%, and there won't be any additional rate taxpayer. So people earning more than 50% all will pay 40% tax rate, rather than there is no additional tax rate. So people who are basic rate taxpayer for this measure, they can save on average £170. On the other hand, people who are higher rate taxpayer who are earning around 200k per year, they can save £3,000 per year. So these all will affect from next year April. National insurance. As you know, the national insurance was increased by 1.25% from this April 2022. Government is cancelling that actually increased, and from 6th of November. And the other thing is the threshold was increased from below 10,000 to 12,570. That will still exist. So basically, is good. Average employee can yearly save £330. So it will work for both actually, employer as well. They can save these national insurance. So people earning around 50k, or they can save yearly 468 pound per year averagely. Stamp duty. This is the very good news for people who are buying or planning to buy a house. So no stamp duty on first 250,000 worth of house for all buyers. Doesn't matter first time buyer or second time buyer. So they can actually save around £2,500 if you buy a house from now on. And for first time buyer, actually there is no tax to pay till house price 425,000. So this is very good news if you're first time buyer. If your house price is around 425,000, no tax, no stamp duty payable at all. So this measure is very good. The government is actually encouraging people to buy a house. So it's good news for first time buyer as well as second time buyer. Corporation tax. As you know, the cost of living and inflation, all the businesses are struggling, especially smaller businesses are very much struggling. So government plan was to increase corporation tax from next tax year from 19 to 25%. So that is been cancelled as well. So the corporation tax will be stay as a 19% for small company as well as big company. So that's a very good news for businesses who are struggling now with cash flows and that. So it's going to help a bit to survive in these difficult times. Contractor and freelancer. So as you know, IR35 was implemented last few years, and your contractor and freelancer previously work under the limited company. They couldn't do that service last 2 years and was struggling. Now government just abolished, tried to reverse all the changes regarding IR35. So people, freelancer and contractor used to do providing services through their limited company, they can start doing the same service again. So they're less the hassle for them, so they can pay their own tax and POI tax as well as dividend. Good thing is people who are running limited company, they can actually save some tax in the dividend as well. As you know, dividend tax, there was a plan to increase as well 1.25%. Government actually canceled that as well, so it's gonna stay the 7.5%, and so it is a good save for contractor freelancer, so they can actually go back to their operating their limited companies without these IR35 rules and thinking about that. This is a big gamble, we can say, for conservative government news chancellor. He took a huge risk. If this is called low tax economy and growth plan, government growth plan is thinking from this measure is going to be 2.5%. If this plan is not to work, government is going to be in a serious problem because more borrowing. They have to cover this tax cut and that by borrowing huge amount of money, and that if the expected growth never happen, then the cost of borrowing gonna be very high, and people will gonna be suffer for that. Their house mortgage and their loan interest, those gonna be increased, and people end of the day will suffer. But if its growth happen as expected, government and the way they're thinking, yeah, there'll be more job and more economy will gonna be good and gonna be good. Well, let's see. Hope for the best. Thank you for watching my videos. If you like my channel, please subscribe and like the videos, and I'll put the bell button on next time if I upload videos, so you're not gonna miss it. And see you next time. Thank you for watching.